Effectively Job Searching at This Time, a webinar presented by the National Career Service. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for taking your time to log on to the internet and view our webinar. We all know what a crazy tough time this is at the moment, and if you're job searching, an even tougher time. So if you guys can just scroll through this webinar, listen to what I've got to say, and even if you pick up one thing, I know that we're doing the right thing. So thank you again, and let's get started. The aim of this session is to show and encourage you to utilise different job searching techniques, have an understanding on how the National Career Service can help you, and to develop confidence to use online tools effectively. Let's think about job searching, and let's look at the suitability of job vacancies. This is something that I want you always to have in mind when you're thinking about what type of role you want. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a local job? If so, what's available? And what's available at the moment? A lot of times customers or clients have said to me that they want a job they can just walk to from home, which is all well and good if those jobs are available. A better salary. At the moment, is this realistic? Do you need more skills and training? Is there something that you could be doing in the background to build your skills and your knowledge to really be attractive to employers? And does the job work around your needs and commitments? Again, many times people have applied for roles because that's what they're told to do. But when it comes to the employer actually wanting them to start a job, they say that they can't because they've got other caring responsibilities. So if you have those, just make sure you're applying for the right jobs. So this may be that you're a parent and you need to work around childcare, that you're caring for a relative, or that you just want a particular work-life balance. That's down to you. Now, we've all heard about the industries that are really suffering because of what's happening at the moment. However, on the flip side, there are some industries that are booming during the lockdown period. And those industries are as follows: supermarkets, warehousing, delivery, healthcare, pharmacies, care or support, communications, online retail, home and garden or DIY, health and fitness, cycle maintenance, software and video games, video and board games, and craft supplies. Remember guys, this list is ever changing. As the government ease up on different lockdown procedures, we will find that different industries will start to boom and start to drop. So please keep an eye on your local news and your local networks, because it is communicated quite well. You may have seen several campaigns around at the moment. The farms at the moment are looking for people to come and help pick. And also you've got things such as Feed the Nation. So please keep an eye out. Now moving on to the UK's best job sites for 2020. This is based on the number of monthly visitors. No surprises at number 1 with Indeed. Then we've got Total Jobs, Reed, Glassdoor, CV Library, Adzuna, Monster, jobs.ac.uk, Guardian Jobs and JobSite. Now it's really worth taking note of this, because employers will also know that this research has been conducted, and employers will know exactly where to place their vacancies. Moving on from the big websites that we know that jobs are advertised on, we're going to talk a little bit about finding jobs in the hidden job market. Now, what percentage of jobs do you think are advertised on the websites such as the ones we've just spoken about? And what percentage of job seekers are looking at the advertised jobs? Now, if I'm completely honest, before I started in this industry, I didn't even know that the hidden job market existed. So let's have an explore now. As you can see from this slide, we've got a graph that represents the advertised job market and the hidden job market. Now this graph is actually an iceberg. So you've got water level there, and you've got the top of the iceberg, which represents the fact that 40% of jobs are advertised. And then you've got the bottom of the iceberg, so that's the hidden job market. And you can see that 60% of jobs are actually found within the hidden job market. If we go back up to the top, you can see that 80% of job seekers are looking at that 40% of advertised jobs, and only 20% of job seekers are looking within the hidden job market. So this graph really highlights visually how important it is to concentrate on the hidden job market. And especially if you've sent application after application on Indeed or on Reed and you're not getting anything back, this is a really good way of doing structured job search that's actually more effective. Or if you combine the two, you'll be as effective as you possibly can be. So there are several points that we're going to highlight here about the hidden job market. The first one is social media, such as LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter, and we're going to speak more about that on the next slide. The next bullet point is about networking and how important networking or word of mouth is. And this could be through family, friends, ex-colleagues, neighbours, job clubs or meetups. There's always somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows about a job vacancy. Now, one example that I've got when I used to run job clubs is we always used to start our sessions by going around the table and kind of going through what job searching activities we've been up to. There was a lovely lady that said that she'd been for a retail role, but she'd unfortunately been unsuccessful in securing the employment. As we continued around the table, there was a gentleman that was looking for exactly the same type of role, and he wondered, if that lady didn't get the job, was the job still available? They did speak to each other, and the lady gave some hints and tips on what the interview was like and who the employer was, and the gentleman approached that employer, secured an interview and eventually secured employment. So it really goes to show that speaking to each other really does help. The next point is about being really visual. Now, at the moment, pub and restaurant windows won't have very much in them at all, but in terms of shops, you will still see the odd advert, especially when it comes to things like self-employment. Quite often you'll see the fact that dog walkers are being advertised, or childminders, so just keep your eye out because you never know what you'll see when you're out and about. For me, this next bullet point is the most important when it comes to the hidden job market, and it's direct approach and speculative letters. Now, what I mean by this is there is nothing wrong in looking at a company and directly approaching them, even when they haven't got a job advertised. What you need to do is you need to go onto their website, go to the Contact Us page, and 9 times out of 10 you'll see an email address. What you need to do is you need to send your CV and a really good punchy spec letter or cover letter explaining why you want to work for that company and what attributes you've got on your CV. What this will do is this will really help employers A, not have to advertise because that can cost money, but B, it saves their time in sifting through applications, interviewing several candidates and then scoring them. So it really does do them a favour, and you feel really proactive in the meantime. The next point is about area mapping. Now, this is purely about looking at the areas that you can get to, and this could be by car or this could be by public transport. Quite often, by public transport such as a train, you'll be pulling up to places that are quite near industrial estates, so you'll be able to walk to them. This is what area mapping is all about, looking at what businesses are in the area that you can get to. And again, directly approaching those businesses with your CV and spec letter. If you think about something like an industrial estate, quite often you'll see between 50 and 200 different businesses that are in one place. So go take a note, have a walk around, because they may not just be advertising for manual roles, it will be a lot of different roles that they'll advertise for. So that direct approach and spec letters is really important. Our next point takes us to newspaper stories, and a really good example of this is, again, when I was in one of my job clubs, we had a look through the Kent Messenger and we got to the annual business awards section. And what we did was we took a note of all the different companies that had won awards, because quite often when companies win awards, it means that they're going somewhere and they're doing the right thing. That quite often means that they might be employing. So what we did was we wrote, again, directly approached those companies that formulated part of the business awards, and we said, well done for winning the award, and also here's my CV. It was a really positive way of approaching that company, and it meant that we'd also done our research. So we did get a lot of responses back from those companies because they appreciate the fact that we took our time to research and send our CV without there even being jobs advertised. The next bullet point says internal job boards or the intranet. So this is more to do with people that are already employed and they're on their journey to find a different vacancy within the same organisation. The next point is about professional organisations. Then we move on to trade magazines or websites such as yale.com, trade fairs, job fairs, exhibitions, and of course the last one is volunteering. What better way to secure a job through something that you're already doing in the volunteering sector? Networking. Update your social media profiles, look for professional groups to join on Facebook and LinkedIn, join in conversations, post and comment, and make yourself visible. Investigate Twitter and other social platforms, and look at joining online events. All of these things are really, really important when it comes to social media. And please remember that before you're even interviewed by an employer, they will be looking your name up on different social media platforms. So just ensure your privacy settings are correct and that the things that you're posting, you're okay with a potential employer looking at. If we take Facebook, for example, there are different groups that you can join. So if you were to type into Facebook the fact that you want to join any groups that actually mention anything about jobs, and that could be in Kent or East Sussex, what you can do is you can like their pages and you'll get notified about different vacancies. And this is people that know people that are updating different profiles. It can be employers, it can be training organisations. You'll get loads of different knowledge and hints and tips from joining these different things. So I encourage you to have a little look and go on that and join it. Remember, before applying for a role, make sure you check your references. Most places want 2 of your most recent references. Review your social media profile, as I mentioned before. Make sure you read through any application process carefully, and please make sure that you know the date that it closes. Have you completed and answered all of the questions? And update and tailor your CV and spec letter, because they may allow you to submit this alongside any application form that you submit. You may be in a situation right now where you just don't know what type of role you want. So if you go onto the National Careers Service website, you'll see that we could conduct a skills health check. It's basically a set of quizzes and activities designed to help you explore your skills, your interests and your motivations. And you work through this and it can help you decide what kind of jobs might be right for you. And then you can download your report once you've completed it. And please remember, at any time, if you want to speak to any of our qualified careers advisors, just give us a call on 0800 100 900. LMI, or labour market information, is really important. I've just jotted down a few different places that I really encourage you to look. So advice on how to look for jobs. So not only can you listen to me talking, but also if you go onto the National Careers Service website /get a job, you'll get loads of different hints and tips. If you go onto the Kent Messenger, look at their news and their updates. jobhelp.dwp.gov.uk. This has recently been designed to help job seekers during this period. And also keep updated with places such as the South East LEP. They will be telling you again what businesses are booming, what businesses are declining, and what places need employment. I'm going to talk to you about the National Careers Service website. The National Careers Service is a service that's been designed specifically for you guys. We are trained and we are qualified careers advisors that are really motivated by your needs, and we really want to meet them. So I really urge you to come and have a look at the National Careers Service website. We can help you from anything that's career related, from CVs to skills health checks, action plans that's really tailored and individualised to you, and we can help you with those course searches, so helping you build those skills and that knowledge that you can do for free online, distance learning, and we can talk you through it all bit by bit. So again, at any time, anything that's careers related, give us a call on 0800 100 900. If you look at our Explore Careers page, you'll see that there's over 800 different job titles that you can have a look at. And all you need to do is type in what you're after, and then it will take you to an example job profile. Here you can see that we're looking at a sales assistant. So it gives you the average salary, which is really important to know, obviously, when you're looking for work. The typical hours per week. The different times that you could be working. So here it says evenings, weekends, bank holidays, on a rota. And then you can see that it shows you different bullet points. So it will tell you how to become a sales assistant, what it takes, the types of things you'll do, the career path and progression it can lead to, and current opportunities. So if you were to click on the what it takes section, you'll see what you need to become that sales assistant, so the skills and knowledge that you'll need. Now this can help you build a CV, but it can also show you whether this is the type of role that's really for you or not. National Career Service can help you boost your skills. Speak to us and we can go through the free online training that we can offer, or other providers can offer, and this is through our skills toolkit. We have over 100 free different courses that can really help you build your skills and your knowledge during this time. If you're not working and you do have some time to yourself, it's a really proactive way of stimulating your mind and also helping you secure employment. Finally, I wanted to say thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed our webinar and I hope you found something from it. And like I said before, if you do have any questions, just send me an email and hopefully I can help you. Please look out for further webinars that we're going to be presenting. We've got resilience, redundancy support, transferable skills and goal setting, interview skills, CV writing, self-employment advice and guidance, the National Career Service induction, next steps for people leaving education, the benefits of distance learning and volunteering, and furlough support for employees and employers. Thank you so much for watching, and I really urge you to contact National Career Service. And just my final note, really good luck with your job seeking. Just keep going and you will get there. Thank you.